All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Cody McManus. I'm here today with the head coach of UL Volleyball, Coach Heather Mazzetti-Sfatno. This is her 10th season here, and she has a lot of experience with her budget, so we'll go ahead and get started with it. So first thing, when you guys are discussing the budget, what are some main factors that you guys think of for the program here?
Well, for the program, the biggest thing for the budget is where are we going to travel to? Our team travel takes up a lot of our budget. Scholarships are the other big line item, and it's set by the university,
right.
How much it costs to go here. So our scholarships offset that, but if scholarships go up, it can totally blow my budget. I can't really do anything about that. So what I can control, team travel, recruiting, salaries, whether or not I pay my staff, give them raises, things like that. But team travel is probably the biggest line.
Okay, so who is exactly in charge of the budget? Like, besides you being here, who would be in charge of the budget on top, like, say, maybe above you?
Monique Ardoin is the UL Athletics business manager. So she is who, just yesterday, actually, I just went over a 3-year budget, had a 4.5-hour budget meeting, and we budgeted all the way through year 21.
Wow. So how often do y'all discuss and revise the budget?
As often as needed, really. We quarterly, so right now, every 3 months we have a budget meeting. So my budget meeting yesterday was his third quarter meeting, and that was when, because I had to submit a 3-year budget to them, and it's not that it's been approved, but it was just a jumping off point for us to have that third quarter meeting and say, here's my needs going forward. So I have to project what our team travel is going to be. I have to project what our equipment is going to be. I have to project where I want to go recruiting. I have to project, do I want to take a team trip to Europe?
Right.
Do I want to buy 40 balls in 2 years? Do I need a new laptops for all my staff in 3 years? So you're projecting forward all of that.
Which is pretty hard to estimate usually.
It is, but I think if you really take time to kind of lay it out, and it took me a long time to do that 3-year budget, but at the same time, when I went into my budget meeting, it made her job much easier, because if I put an increase somewhere, she would ask me, please explain this increase. So let's say, for example, this is our last year of an Adidas contract. So I increased our equipment budget by $10,000 for fiscal year 19 because we may have a different contract.
Right.
So that means all of our Adidas stuff goes in the trash, and we have to start all the way over it.
Right.
Let's say if we sign something with Under Armour, we can't wear Adidas stuff anymore. So now I've got to allocate enough money for that purpose. And if it doesn't happen, then whether I have the money or not, but I have to budget for it. I have to put out there and say, hey, this is what I understand could happen, so let's prepare for it in the future.
Okay, so how, like, when you guys are discussing the budget, how well is it, possibly, is it like a whole budget for the entire school, or is it split between sport to sport, year to year? Like, how well is it split out?
It's dramatically split. So every sport has their own budget. So I only operate volleyball's budget. I know a little bit about the entire athletic department budget, but let's say I don't know anything about soccer's budget, football's budget. I don't deal with that at all. And then athletics side obviously is completely separate from main campus in some regard. But just like business is separate from communications, is separate from architecture. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So athletics is just another extension of that. And then within athletics, you have all these different tentacles of budgets.
And then next, what do you think is some of like the most important factors when considering your budget? Like, what are something that you have to, or let's say the person above you, what does she try to keep important and to keep communicating and emphasizing when you're considering your budget?
Stay in the black.
Stay underneath everything, right?
Yeah, really. I mean, stay out of the red. Stick to your budget, because once we make it, then be a good steward of your budget. And I mean, it's every year to year, there's going to be other things come up. I know that in 2021 we have 5 scholarships open, so I know that I'm going to need more money in recruiting in the next few years because I have to recruit for that class.
Okay.
But just being a good steward and being able to anticipate the needs of your program.
So within this program, you have ultimate decision making for the budget. Now, does anybody else within this program have any say-so or communication to possibly influence decisions on
The only part that they would influence would be recruiting
Mhm.
and where we go. So, like Coach Ben is our recruiting coordinator, so he has to work very closely with me about, hey, where are we going? What are we doing? I deal with the budget and I say, hey, we have enough money to go here. We have enough money to go here. But the two of us, as it pertains to recruiting, have to work very closely together. Other than that, it's pretty much just me.
Okay, so when you are like in the meetings to do it, is there a specific technology that you guys use, or like like with when you try to inputting budgets? I know a lot of people use Excel or something like that. Is that what y'all mainly use?
It is. Our business manager is very versed in Excel. I'm very versed in Excel, and so it's a great way to be able to communicate and just I have a business background, and the funny part about that is that I caught some errors in her formulas
Gotcha. Yeah.
because she sends like a template out to all the coaches to do their budget, and then we kind of work with it, but some of the numbers weren't jiving for me, and I was like, so I went into the formula and corrected it, and I was like, hey,
Yeah.
and it was just funny because she's like, no other coach caught this,
Yeah.
or somebody else said that looked funny, but they didn't know how to fix it. And I was like, good, great.
So the fact that you're so sound with Excel and stuff, was that when you came here, did they give you some type of program to learn on, or was more of expected of previous knowledge?
I think really what's kind of funny about being in athletics is, when you're hired, I think people hope you're trained well.
Yeah.
Really, because there's no training. You better know what you're doing.
Right.
And they assume because you're winning that you know what you're doing.
A lot of
in
times.
all aspects,
Yeah.
which is not always the case.
Yeah, exactly.
And I will say that, my time previous to here, I was able to do a lot. I mean, I didn't have any assistant coaches, didn't have any staff, so I did everything.
Right.
And as much as tough as I thought it was at the time, I'm so grateful because I can do anything that my program needs. I can create a website. I can put out articles. I can fix people. I can do anything,
Right, yeah.
and my experience has taken me through that. So that has been a benefit. But again, there is no training
Right.
to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of previous knowledge kind of just got to go in there and go
But
at it.
I really think had I not been a business major and got my master's in business, then I don't know. I wouldn't know what I know.
Right.
I know that, and so I don't know how other coaches survive,
Yeah.
or if they just hire somebody that knows that stuff.
If they're lucky enough to do something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's basically it today, Coach. Thank you for answering all my questions, and good luck into your next season.